Hi, this is Tony Sagami. Hey, let's talk about millionaires today. As a matter of fact, I want to talk about 1.1 million millionaires. Now, that's a lot of collective moolah, and it is. But according to a new study from the Boston Consultancy Group, China now has 1.1 million millionaires. Now, that's a 262,000 increase in just the last year. So think about it, that's a lot of new millionaires in China. Now, let's put that perspective against some other countries. For example, America has 5.2 million millionaires. That's about 4.5% of our population. Japan has 1.5 millionaires. India at number 11 has 190,000 millionaires. And Canada at number 12 has 180,000. So you can see China is rapidly becoming a nation of very, very wealthy people. Now, China even has its share of what are called the super rich. And those are people that have a net worth of 100 million or more. China has 215 of those super rich, and that's the 8th largest number of any country in the world. Now, when it comes to concentration, nobody beats Singapore. Singapore has the highest concentration of millionaires in the world. 15.5% of the Singaporeans are millionaires. Number 2 is Switzerland at 9.9%, and number 3 is Qatar with 8.9%. But one of the study's more interesting findings is to do with where the wealthy are doing with their money. And what they're doing is they're moving that money into stocks. As a matter of fact, at a growing pace. In 2000, the previous year, they had about 33% of their $121 trillion in the stock market, but they've increased that from 33 to 35%. So you can see the Chinese are getting more confident in their stock market. Now, that's still 4 percentage points lower than 2007, so it's coming up. Now, what's that mean to you as an investor? A couple things. First, it reinforces what I've been saying for the last decade, which is you need to get long whatever the Chinese are buying. As the above study shows, the Chinese are buying Chinese stocks. You should too. You can get an easy exposure to the Chinese market with ETFs, such as the FTSE Xinhua 25 index, and that ticker is FXI. That's 25 of the largest Chinese stocks in the U.S., kind of like our Dow 30. That ticker is FXI. Now, investing in companies that sell what the rich want to buy is also another way to get long whatever the Chinese are buying. And I'm talking about companies like jewelers, like Tiffany's and Harry Winston Diamonds. Both those companies are traded on the New York Stock Exchange. As a matter of fact, here's an interesting quote from the chairman of Harry Winston Diamonds. "Nothing is too big, nothing is too beautiful, nothing is too expensive for the Chinese today. They are on a quest for true luxury." Now, that was the CEO of Harry Winston. Harry Winston's ticker, by the way, is HWD. HWD. And Harry Winston has been called the jeweler to the stars. When you watch the Academy Awards, many of those jewels that the movie stars wear are from Harry Winston. Now, you can also invest in companies that build the cars that they love to drive. For example, like Volkswagen, which owns Audi, which is probably the number one most popular luxury car in China. Or you can invest in companies like the purses that they carry, such as LVMH, which makes those overpriced Louis Vuitton handbags. Or you can invest in the companies that make the clothes that they wear, like Ralph Lauren and Christian Dior. Or the makeup that they put on their face, like L'Occitane and L'Oreal. Or the expensive liquor they drink from companies like Diageo and Pernod Ricard. All of these stocks, by the way, are traded on the U.S. Stock Exchange. And of course, the companies that most are successful at tapping into the Chinese luxury market are different. So you need to do your homework and figure out who really is succeeding there. But make no mistake about it, you can make a lot of money by watching what the Chinese millionaires are doing and investing accordingly. Until next week, this is Tony Sagami signing off.